I am right now walking next to a canal, a hand-dug canal from the year 1834. This was an important area for George Washington, who crossed the river over here, and then gradually it became a critical transportation hub as a ferry crossing and then for the railroads. Today this is considered as one of the most beautiful small towns in this part of the country, and there is a heritage railroad which we are gonna ride and then walk through some of those beautiful downtowns. Let's go and explore this historic and the scenic small towns of Lambertville in New Jersey and New Hope in Pennsylvania. Now, the town of New Hope is immortal in American history because this is where in 1776 George Washington crossed the Delaware River. He took his troop to the famous Battle of Trenton, which he won, and that changed the course of the Revolutionary War and finally led to the creation of US as we know today. Built between 1711 and 1771, Old York Road is the main road which was connecting Philadelphia to New York back in the day, and this part, this New Hope, was roughly the middle point of that road. So anyone traveling that distance would travel from Philadelphia to here, stay there overnight, and then take the ferry to cross over the Delaware River. And that ferry service was called the Cordelis Ferry, which burned down in the year 1791. This town was built as a reconstruction of the burning of that ferry and the mills which used to be over here, and that gave it a new hope of this town, and that's why the name New Hope. Over the last 200 years, this town has become very artsy and a lot of very liberal communities, and you can see the signs everywhere, from the beautiful various decorations to all the handcrafted items which you go find, to the old comic book store, and even one true tried and tested Irish pub where we ended up having our lunch of banger and mash. If you have to visit a small charming town in the Northeast, you have to come to New Hope in PA. Alright, time to get on board. My kids have been waiting for this for the whole day, and we are about to get on this heritage railroad for a 45-minute ride. Now, we are riding at the 3 o'clock. There seems to be a few different train rides throughout the day. There is an onboard dining car. There's a few different classes, as you can expect. We are riding on the cheapest possible coach class, but it's gonna be amazing. We are now at almost halfway point in our journey, not almost, halfway point, where the train engine sort of goes the other side, goes from the back to the front, and then it pulls us back. So this is like a quick 5 to 7 minute stop over here before we head back. The journey is, the engine is just connecting. Now exploring the rolling Bucks County was absolutely gorgeous. There are just streams with small rolling hills and forests and some beautiful houses over there. We are coming a little late in October, so most of the trees are barren. I would imagine this place would look absolutely gorgeous at peak fall colors. So a ticket on the peasant class is 30 bucks for an adult. With a kid, not a whole lot of cheaper at like 28 bucks. For a 45-minute train ride, that is one of the most expensive heritage railways I have ridden, at least in this part of the country. So the New Hope railway station was built in 1891 as a terminus station for the Reading Company's New Hope branch. Regular service ran in the station till 1952, which then fell into disrepair until in the year 1966, a local organization bought 16.7 miles of track for $200,000 and built this heritage railway. The engine which we were riding today, that is from 1950s. There is an even older steam engine over there. We could not see it. And the coach which we are riding on today, that is from around 1920s. There are also a lot of older cabooses and a lot of other older parlor coaches. All in all, the heritage railway lives up to its name of heritage and vintage charm. So I am right now on the New Hope Lambertville Bridge, and I'm now crossing the state border. So this is the first time I think ever I'm actually walking into New Jersey from Pennsylvania. That's pretty cool. This bridge was originally built in the year 1814 to replace the ferry service which used to be over here. It was a wooden bridge back then, which was destroyed in a flood in 1841, rebuilt in 1842, and again which got destroyed in early 1900, and the current bridge was built here in 1904 at a cost of only $66,000, and interestingly even cheaper than the wooden bridge built 100 years earlier. When we visited, there was a whole bunch of construction going on, so the view of the bridge itself was not great, but the view from the bridge was absolutely gorgeous. Now, the next stop in our journey is the DNR Canal State Park on the New Jersey side. The Delaware and the Raritan Canal system had a fascinating beginning back in the mid-1830s when the railroad was getting built around here, and there was a group of people who was championing building of a canal and another group of people who were championing building of a railroad. Eventually, they created a joint company which would operate in a partnership for 30 years so that the interests of both the parties could be met, and this canal would be used to transport cargo, whereas the railroad would be used to carry passengers. So the 60-mile long canal was connected on the Bordentown in the south to the Delaware River and then to New Brunswick in New Jersey, where it would connect to the Raritan River. This marvel of engineering reduced the travel time from Philadelphia to New York to a breeze of only 2 full days. This was a massively successful venture, though it stopped earning profit in 1892 because of the railroads becoming faster and more efficient. It had a wonderful life of 98 years, which finally shut down in the mid-1930s. Today, this is on the National Registry of Historic Places and a state park from 1974, and absolutely a beautiful place to walk and enjoy your evening. So that's my time exploring New Hope. It was a relatively short trip, so we ended up leaving out a lot on the plate. So we absolutely plan to come back again. Do subscribe to know when we come back out here again. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.